Hello FIGGIE collectors, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with another Indiana Jones Adventure Series figure review. Today we're going to be having a look at Major Arnold Toht, one of my most anticipated figures from the line. First and foremost though, before looking at the figure itself, we'll take a look at the packaging, of which is in this windowless style. Of course, you've got Indiana Jones Adventure Series at the top there, a CGI render of the figure itself, build an artifact notation, Major Arnold Toht, and some legalese at the bottom. Also got some artwork starting on the side here, and it works all the way around onto this side, where you've got a picture of Toht there. Then moving on down, you've got some artist-inspired imagery from the film, and at the bottom there you've got the MacGuffin about plastic packaging free. On the other side, you've got a run through of build an artifact feature. Basically, each of these figures come with a part that will ultimately, once you have them all, build up the Ark of the Covenant. Bit of legal MacGuffin there as well again. On the back, Indiana Jones, Raise the Lost Ark, the film that it's from. Build an artifact, Major Arnold Toht. CGI render of the figure again, and also a CGI render here of the accessories and features that the figure comes with. Ton of legal garb at the bottom, and at the very bottom as well. So that's the packaging out of the way and done with. Let's take a look at the figure itself.
Good evening, Fräulein.
The bar is closed.
We are not thirsty.
And here we have the figure itself. And I did not see Hasbro making this figure. I know. Poor joke. But initially, I really wasn't expecting Hasbro to throw this guy in the first lineup of figures. I mean, granted, he was featured in the vintage line of figures that first came out. But, I mean, different times. Hasbro had to make this a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive when they did the 3 3/4 inch line. So again, I'm really surprised how they've put him in mainline so soon. Kudos to them, because character Nazi, something I didn't really touch upon in my Indiana Jones figure review when we went over that. Check that video out, link will be up there. On the packaging there's an omission to character bios, and I think, yeah, trying to explain that to kids, it's outright understandable why they've avoided that. So, Major Toht, Nazi, and just so we can prefix this whenever I'm talking positively, it's purely about the figure. I know the character is fictional, but World War II did happen. If you want to clue yourself up on it, read a book, do your research. So here we have Major Arnold Toht. So let's go in with a close-up on this guy. Here he is. I do have to say that head sculpt is a really, really good likeness to the actor that plays the character. Of course, he's got that suit and the jacket as well. The jacket is removable. It's just a solid piece of plastic. There's no sleeves there for him to wear it, obviously, but it just sits over his shoulders like he kind of wears it in the film. So you can remove that if you did so wish. The suit is really, really good, and I can see some real reuse being used from it in other figures as well, particularly in this line. Getting a bit more close in, you've got his buttons there on the shirt. Also, where the badge would be, they have left the paint application on that, understandably, because putting a swastika on a figure is certainly not appropriate. You've got his tie there as well, and the white suit underneath. Gloved hands like he has in the film. Of course, you've got a bit of the white on suit coming through. If we move down, there's not really too much going on the legs. You know, they're quite nicely sculpted. There's some nice wrinkling there. If we go through some of the accessories, like I showed, he does come with the jacket, which is removable. Like you see a bit of plastic, so you can get it sit on the figure quite nicely, but it also doesn't hinder articulation when you're trying to move the arms. If we just have a look a bit more of the features on that, some really, really nice kind of leather looking textures going on there. We've got the belt that's going around that, the sleeves as well, the detailing that goes onto it. Obviously not really much going on in the inside there. Yeah. That looks really, really good. I feel like a very important feature to go on the figure, and I must admit it would have been nice to have seen the coat hanger included with it as well. So that moment I think he's going to do something really heinous, but he just uses it for the coat. I don't know, that's just something that really sticks in my mind when I think of Toht from the film. Again, not a biggie that they haven't. Just going back onto the figure, he has a removable hat. Show his bald head, so you can get him to really be posed up with that. Like so. The hat's quite nicely sized, some nice sculpting on it. And I will note though, because of the nature of how these figures are now packed, all the accessories are put together in a little baggie, and so naturally if they're still drying from the paint, you're potentially going to see some smudging, and that's what's happened. It's very light, it's very nothing to be honest, but it is worth bringing up. But from the glasses or the gun or something, some silver paint's got onto the hat. I've managed to rub off a bit on this side, but on this side I'm just struggling to get that off. Kind of annoying, but it's not a biggie, I know, it's just worth noting. Furthermore, he comes with his pistol. It's got some nice reddy brown detailing on the handle, which is nice to see, but the rest of it's just plain black. But it does the job, does what it needs to do, looks like the thing, it's fine. It's fine. Now additionally, he comes with some swap out parts, so you can remove the hand, and he comes with, iconic to the film, the saluting hand, but with the burnt engraving of the Staff of Ra headpiece. That's what Rennie Belloc and the Nazis used in the film to make the casting of the Staff of Ra, but of course because it's double-sided, they don't have the other side to it, so just a cool feature that they've included that handpiece there. Now additionally it comes with an interchangeable head, and just a bit of a disclaimer warning, just because this is probably one of the most horrific figures I've ever shown on this channel. You've been warned.
Don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Murray, and don't look at it no matter what happens.
Good grief. So like at the end of the film, where Belloc, Toht and Major Dietrich look into the Ark of the Covenant, you've got his melting face with the glasses still on. But that's absolutely horrific. You've got the blood there running out his mouth agape as well. Just absolutely grotesque. But I'm really impressed that Hasbro included that. All things considered of the nature of the figgy, in general there's a lot of potentially problematic things that could be raised with it. So I've kind of rushed to pick this one up just because of that. I'm sure they've gone through all their checks because Hasbro's obviously a toy company, but deep down I've got a weird feeling, somewhat completely understand why this will be ripped off of store pegs because of some Karen moaning about it.
No. There are children that live in this neighborhood.
He comes with some parts to build the Ark of the Covenant. 2 walls of the Ark, of which they just simply slot together like so. Kind of interested why I didn't come with one. I have a sneaky, weird suspicion, because some of the other figures do feature 2 parts, like this. Were they intending to have more characters in the wave? I don't know. But wouldn't have surprised me. I can definitely see a wall of this being packed in with a German mechanic or a Cairo swordsman. Did Hasbro want to make sure that people could build an Ark of the Covenant? Got a sneaky suspicion that they did. That could just be my tinfoil hat work in there, I don't know. Anyways, nice inclusion. Really looking forward to, if I can, building this whole thing. Just 3 more figures to go. If you get all the characters, and hopefully they do a Major Dietrich, and you build up the Ark of the Covenant, it's going to look absolutely sick with him and Belloc at least looking into that. So that's Major Arnold Toht's accessories. We're just popping back to normality. One accessory I think would have really possibly elevated this figure a little bit more for me would have been if they included the hot poker.
Wait, I can be reasonable.
That time is past.
But alas, the accessories that they have given him are more than adequate, for me at least. So there we go, let's get into articulation now. He has a ball jointed head on a dumbbell, a ball hinge in the neck area. It's more so just underneath the tie, so there's a bit of limitation to this. You can still get him to look quite far down. Just a ball jointed shoulder, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists. There does certainly feel to be some articulation in the torso, but just because of the nature of the suit, that's quite limited and you can't really pose it super well. He's got ball jointed hips, swivels at the tops of the thighs, ball hinged knees, ball hinged ankles with the rocker joints. So you can get this guy in some pretty damn good poses, and I've touched upon this in the Indiana Jones figure review, but it's really impressive with the accessories that they've given you, how expressive you can make them. At least this guy and Indy. The others kind of remain to be seen for me at least. I'm really, really impressed with Hasbro so far with the 2 figures that I've picked up from this line. That's my review of Major Arnold Toht. What do you think of him? Have you picked him up yet? Let me know in the comments down below as always. And this is me, Daniel East 1000, signing out, and thank you very much for watching.